I think we might need to find a new intro one day.
Maybe. I don't know. I only have one thing on my mind right now.
Yeah, same here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another What's Your Opinions podcast episode. This will probably be an immediate post recording via Saturday. That's an interruption. Um, we are recording Saturday because one, we need to talk about something. Two, um, our latest episode got packed up, shipped off to God knows what. Spotify said, you know what, we don't like Osama bin Laden, and apparently you guys like really just didn't go through our community guidelines. I went through all of them. It didn't look like we went through any of them, but you know, I guess they're not patriotic like we are, Alex. But without further ado, this is an episode. Is your host Eli, Alex? You know the ha ha hoo ha titties mumas. Now, Alex, bring on our topic.
Okay, as you guys know, some of you might know if you guys are in the MMA space. Tonight was the UFC Fight Night Shevchenko Grasso rematch. If you guys keep up with MMA like we do, Grasso pulled off an upset win over Shevchenko a couple months prior. Rematch, big rematch for tonight. Mexican Independence Day.
Woo!
The crowd was, obviously out there repping
Rid-
the flag. The crowd was fucking wild. The car, top to bottom, stacked with some of the top prospects coming out of Mexico. Overall, it was a good card. I really enjoyed it. You took a look at the card on paper; it looked like a boring card.
a little
Zero
bit.
star power. If I'm being honest with you, I would say your biggest star of the card was probably Kevin Holland.
Oh, for
Your
sure.
co-main event, in terms of name wise and fan wise, I think so that kind of shows you the degree of what this card was. Overall, though, the card was really good. I genuinely enjoyed it. It was really fun to watch.
I need to remind you guys, this was like a free fight night. This was a championship bout on a fight night.
Yeah, they don't do this often, so when we get them, we appreciate them, we love them.
Thank you, Father
It was a
Dana.
fun. It was a really good night. The guys came over, we hung out, we watched it. But that's not the topic. We're not here to highlight how good the topic was, we're not here to highlight how good the fight night was, even though it was a really good fight night and it was a really good card.
I will say this.
We are here to.
1 second. Rojas, nice knockout. That's all I want to say. Fuck him though, but nice knockout.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him. Even with the knockout, I'm not a fan of him still.
Nah, he can go fuck
I just
himself.
think he's a fucking douchey fucking 18-year-old.
Yeah,
Hey, dude, you're making some money. Fix that fucking face of yours. That's all I'm saying.
right, right. And hey, not trying to be mean. Yeah, hey, y'all look as cool. Y'all could be as confident as you want in the bodies and the faces you are being. But if you have money in your pocket right now, you wanna. I don't even know what you're
But
saying half the
okay,
time. But main event, main event. Let's talk about the main event because this main event was very, very.
it's gonna go down as controversial now
Oh, for sure, bro.
because of someone's shitty judging. You turned a good fight, a competitive fight,
A
an
hundred
entertaining
percent, a
fight.
hundred percent
You just
competitive.
you just made it now controversial,
100%.
and not controversial from any of these two women's doings. They did nothing wrong
They
but
threw it
show up,
down.
show out, and you could have made an argument at the end of this fight. You could have made an argument. Me
For
personally, you could have made an argument for either of these
a
women to
hundred
walk away
percent,
with the belt
a hundred
tonight.
percent. I think with this for my 2 cents, real quick. First of all, fight 4.5 stars, 5 stars. That shit was amazing. That shit was a back and forth. Um, and I do agree with that. And my thing is though, I couldn't get the judging card because I didn't know that this thing was on ESPN. So I was watching it on the site that we use. So it crashed and I couldn't hear sound. So I couldn't hear the scorecards. Obviously, you have the scorecards on you. And you'll tell me
I
them in
took a
a
picture of him.
yeah. You'll what's it called? You'll tell us in a minute. But again, this was this to me as I was scoring it, such a coin flip. Either round could have went to each other. No one really laid a dominant performance. It was just back and forth. To me, that is. I don't know what your thoughts on the fight, but give me your thoughts on the fight.
All right, thoughts on the fight. Um, if I'm going to be 100% transparent with you, I take Shevchenko.
I'm
I
a
take Shevchenko
I,
big time,
big time.
and I can honestly I can make any argument what you're gonna say. I can shoot it in the fucking head.
I,
Why it's Shevchenko?
I would say I'm leaning towards Shevchenko, but to say it's completely hers, I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it was completely hers. I'm not saying she won every single round. I do agree she dropped some rounds, but in the end, once the dust settles,
I
I
think
think Shevchenko should have gotten that belt tonight.
I'm 50-50, and that's just not me being biased Grosso with anything like that. I think Grosso
So
put a great performance. I just think at that moment, what I saw, I think I'm leading a little bit towards Shevchenko. Like literally, it's like 55-45. Like 55, I'm leaning towards Shevchenko. Like it's that close of like that
so
difference.
I'll give you the scorecard of which I agree with, and I can thoroughly explain to you why it is that way.
Give me the
So
scorecard.
round one, so round one, um, who so the judge that I
Wait.
think
Before we get the official scorecards, what? How did you score it round wise? Whose round did you give
so
who?
round one so round one so round one I gave Shevchenko.
100%. I gave Shevchenko.
Round two I gave Grasso.
100%. I agree with
Round three Shevchenko.
Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Yes.
Round four Shevchenko.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of give it just a
This is
little bit.
where you're smoking dick if you think that she didn't win that round.
I think she put out a little bit more volume, just a little bit. I thought Grosso did.
Shevchenko Shevchenko once Grasso was able to do the bare minimum, once Shevchenko got to the ground, it was Shevchenko's whole entire round.
Wait, which one was
Grasso
wait, which round did she have the dominant like possessive round? Was that round
three
3?
and four, three and four,
I thought she only took her down once in 4.
3 and 4. She had her in fucking really bad positions.
Okay. Oh yeah, she should try to submit her in the third. Yes. Keep
Yeah,
going.
so 3 and 4, Shevchenko.
Mhm.
Round five, I was giving Shevchenko up until that last minute 30 where fucking Grasso hit the Uno reverse because Shevchenko tried to go get initiate a clinch situation. She tried to initiate a toss. Grasso slips out of it, gets on the back,
Tries to submit her.
goes for the Hail Mary submission. And that was the round to me that I thought, mm, that round just made this that much more complicated. Because what do you do? Shevchenko is definitely winning on the strikes in that.
Oh,
Looking at
100.
it, Shevchenko is getting up.
Every jab she was throwing, like my thing is every jab she was throwing had a major effect on Grasso. You see her
Yeah,
buckle, you see her like
yeah.
just going back and shit. I honestly think I'll agree with you. Up until the Hail Mary round where she fucked up, like again, in the last fight where she fucked up on her position, Grasso came in with the submission. I couldn't hear it or anything like that. The crowd must have went berserk, huh?
It was just going wild.
Yeah.
And then again, so right then and there with that one situation, it immediately became a shit. Like, do we go off of these effective strikes or do we go on this like Grasso capitalized immediately? You start threatening submission, ended the last minute 30,
Well,
fucking with ground and pound.
I was say she
It
was putting some
became
major ground and pound into that position, and I think at that point it's just like, what do we talk about in our last episode that got hit? We were talking about Sean Strickland having the more impactful punches that stole the rounds, correct? I feel like
yeah.
that round, her major ground and pound that was having her, I feel like that overtakes the boxing kind of aspect because they were the more damaging punches. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Uh,
And it's so then right there, boom. It's weird. Um This just so then right there, okay, I give round 5 to Shevchenko.
Okay, I gave round 5 to Grasso for that ending because I feel like the damaging punches to overtake your boxing or the minimal jabs. As much power as those jabs were having an effect on her, I feel like one, you had the submission attempt, you had her down, you had time of possession on top of that. You had ground possession on top of that, and you were doing a lot, and you were doing some major ground and pound with that. That's where I give Grasso. Now, my question to you is this: when we were on that call, what was that 10-8 round on? Was that the 5th round?
5th round for Grasso.
That that's dick. That is absurd. That is a 10-9 round possibly even a fucking
So
a
here's the thing.
10-10, possibly a 10-10.
So
It is not a 10-8.
because of that 10-8 round
Math comes into
on this
place.
guy's scorecard, that made it a draw. Had this guy given that round a 10-9, Shevchenko's our champion right now.
Nah, dude. That's not right. I'm not even being biased. Like I said, guys, I'm leaning a little bit towards Shevchenko from what I saw, but
We've seen
that's
a
not
lot
it.
of 10-8 rounds.
That is not a 10-8 round.
That was not a 10-8 round.
Nowhere near a 10-8 round.
Shit, we've seen rounds where we thought were 10-8 rounds be 10-9 rounds.
For real. Like I don't whatever he saw, hey, I'm going to give the argument here that could have almost been a 10-10 tie round and still would have went to
It could have.
Valentina. It could have went to
It could
Valentina.
have.
I just think cuz like what did we just say? My argument was I think the ground and pound did a lot. She stole it in the last minute, but Valentina was, going on not cruise control, but she was beating her up for the last
Yeah.
like 3 minutes and
And
50 seconds.
the thing is though, is even if that guy had given so a 10-8 round for Grasso, he gave her, right?
Yes.
If he had given her a 10-9, Shevchenko would still be our champion. So even if all the scorecards right then and there, that dude had Grasso winning, Shevchenko's still the champion.
Yeah.
So the
By
so
by
say
math,
those
by math, that's
yeah. So say that was a 10-9 round, you would have had it 48-47 Shevchenko.
mhm.
You would have had it 48-47 fucking Shevchenko and 48-47 Grasso. If that was not a 10-8 round. But because you
Oh,
got a 10-8 round, we had 48-47 Shevchenko, 48-47 Grasso, and 47-47.
nah. I don't like that 47-47 call. That's a bad judge. And again, we
No
talked
shit,
about
it's
this.
from Mike Bell.
Are you kidding me?
From Mike Bell, who has been for the last couple months nothing but notorious
Dick.
for fucking all this shit.
Okay, so this is my thing then. For the UFC, I do not one I we've constantly have talked about this. I think last year the last time we made an episode on this was when we talked about why referees don't get a lot to blame. Like they don't get like punishment for bad score calls, right? We've talked about this. We made a whole episode on this. I do not know. I do not understand why these refs are not under the podium. I mean these
The
judges aren't
judges.
the judges. Well, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, well both. Referees, I do think they get criticized not criticized. They do think they have to go through a mini interview process.
Referees, they get flamed, but their flaming comes more from social media.
Yes.
And because the refs, Mark Goddard, Herb Dean,
Jason Herzog,
fucking
Mike
Jason,
Beltran, the
they're a
goat.
little bit more on social media. They see it, all that crap. I don't know much about the judges.
No,
When it comes to the judges,
I think these judges need to be on the podium. Like for real. I think these judges need to be on the podium and these reporters ask them, "Why did you give Grosso that 10-8?
I think
Why
part of
did
the
you do
reason
that?"
why we never will is for the fact of refs and judges aren't UFC employees.
That I understand, but still you have to give us a reason. You can't just be like, "There. That's
Then
it."
that comes down to the athletic commission and the state. And as we know, every single state, it's a whole different ballpark of like the athletic
One
commission.
100%, but every judge in for boxing, all these judges have to come forth
Two
and
different
why
sports. Two
I
different sports.
understand, but you keeping these people in check. The people that they interview, like, why did you give him this round? Why did you do that? Oh well, I think this, and then you have the officials that have to redo this. All right, cool. You're suspended from not doing this. Imagine if Mike Bell was under oath, I mean, not under oath. Like, imagine if he was interviewed, getting grilled. Why did you give her the fucking 10-8? And he just can't give you a logistic answer. What can they do? Oh yeah, cool. You're suspended. You're not doing this for a while. You're on a 4-month suspension with no pay for judging. Like, do you have at this point right now? These fights are too critical to leave it. Not leave it in the. Obviously, we don't like it when we leave them in the hands of the judges because we get shit like this at some point, everyone has to be held responsible. I know we've talked about the refs where they kind of don't, and it's like you said, they're more on the social media
But we
aspect. They get flamed
yeah, and
for
then
it.
also we've never when we have reffing issues, it's because we get a fucked up stoppage, and we can kinda, "All right, dude, like, your one fuck up doesn't outweigh the millions of fucking fights you get right."
But not only that,
Versus when it comes to these judges, it's like, "All right, dude, you fucked up last week's fight card, you fucked
right?
up here, you fucked up here, you fucked up here." And again, what it just comes down to is for the plain fucking point, it's just the UFC can't there's nothing you can do about it.
Sucks. But my
Every,
but you would
every
agree though,
state
right?
has
Would you agree with what I'm saying though? Like,
no, yeah, no, I would no, we should hear from them, but we never will.
oh, another thing
We're never
too.
going to.
I'll defend these UFC refs and just referees in general because it's an instinct. You don't know what's happening. Like, it's a bang bang call. Like, how many times have we seen a dude like
I heard that. I don't know what the fuck that was.
um continue talking. Let me check the front door real quick.
Oh shit. Get the nine.
Just check the front door real quick. Continue talking. Give your point.
All right. Um. No, yeah, I just don't think it's something we're ever going to see. I don't think we're ever going to see these judges actually speak out about him. You do get every once in a while, you get a judge from these like maybe make a comment, but you really don't. And it's something we're never going to see. I know back in the day there used to be that whole thing of like, don't leave it in the hands of the judges. We can leave it in the hands of the judges. It's okay to leave it in the hands of the judges so long as we can actually have some trust and faith in these judges that we'll get something right. But as of right now, we have no faith or, trust in these judges right now to make the right decision. So, that's why and that's a big part of why, Dana's always caught some heat for that comment of don't leave it in the hands of the judges where it's more like, dude, no, we can, but we just need to have some fucking trust and fucking faith in these goddamn judges that we just do not have. We
Yeah.
don't have it.
And
That's why, and that's why, and that's what sparks that fucking comment that everyone hates. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges.
what did the commentators say? The way this fight's going, you don't want to leave this you don't want to leave this into the judge's hands. Like, cuz they could
Yeah,
screw anyone over.
and the thing is now is like now these commentators are straight up ex champions at this point.
Yes.
Fucking DC, former two-time champion, Dominic Cruz, one of the greatest bantamweights. You got the guys like them saying, "Fuck you, I wouldn't want to leave this one in the hands of the judges."
If those guys are saying that, like, there's a legit problem. Not on the fact that, and yeah, any judge can see anything different, but the fact that champions that have gone through this, that are commentating no less, it's just like anybody. We've seen it in boxing. How many times have we seen in boxing? Like, oh, this one's close. I mean, I have him winning, but I don't know what these judges are thinking.
Haney Shevchenko or Haney Lomachenko,
100%. If
Haney Lomachenko. The
100%.
masses thought Loma.
Yeah,
We thought Loma. The
we thought
masses, we
Loma.
knew it was close, but we thought Loma. The masses thought Loma,
But
but
I
the
can,
judges gave it to Haney.
yeah, the masses
But
thought
you could
Loma.
also make that.
You
But
can
you
make
could
the
also make that
comment
argument for Haney.
because Loma didn't. Because the thing with Loma is Loma didn't kind of put the gas pedal on in 11 and 12. That's what Haney, to me, he was gifted that because Loma didn't put the gas tank. I think his gas tank was low and he just couldn't press the gas pedal any longer. That's what I thought. And obviously, again, that atrocious judge that gave that 116-14, terrible fucking judge. To think that you gave Haney 8 rounds to 4 is asinine. But again, you don't want to leave these really good
Yeah.
fights this close and to leave it in the hands of the judges. It sucks sometimes,
At
but
least, at least for MMA,
I think it's worse.
it is worse. But then also there's this. Here's the difference. I don't know. I don't know much about the boxing refs, but at least for MMA, Herb Dean has fought.
Hmm. I know that.
Mike Beltran is a jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Uh huh.
Mark Goddard, jiu-jitsu practitioner and stand-up.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Most of these refs in MMA have some or at least dabbled in and participate in some form of mixed martial arts
Mhm.
with some may not be extensive to the pro level with their refing, but they do know what to look for. That's why in that moment with when Shevchenko caught Grasso in that choke and Herb was standing over,
Yeah.
you didn't see some panic guy. Me or you, we see that, we're gonna
We're like
save Grasso.
we're like, "What the
But
fuck?"
Herb walks up to it, he goes, Nope, she's fighting it. She's good. She's good.
And even then, when
So
they had that certain camera angle, Grasso didn't look like she was panicking or anything. She was
she
just
did. She was panicking. You know, if you took a look at her body language, she's still good to
she
go.
wasn't
But
flailing
so
or she wasn't going limp.
what I'm trying to make a point here with that is when it comes to the ref, you see some level of combat
Expertise.
experience, maybe expertise. They understand. When it comes to these refs, or
They
to
don't
these
know shit.
judges, do they have any?
No, probably not. They probably have never gone to
Do
the
do
extent of doing any of that.
do they know the different? Do they know the significance of what a jab does versus what a body shot does? Do they know the significance of a scramble, of a leg kick, of a submission attempt, of trying to defend a takedown, get out of a scramble? Do they understand what they are watching? And I
Probably
don't think
not.
they do.
Then
Yes, okay, we have our judging criteria, but do you understand mixed martial arts enough to take that understanding, mix it with your judging criteria, and come out with a logical score?
that I don't know because for one, we don't know these refs. I
Because
mean,
even
we
me,
don't know
being
these
as
judges.
stupid as I can come up with more logical fucking scorecards than these fucking
For
idiots half the
sure,
time.
dude. But then you've been embedded in the game for so long. You understand it. Like if you were to be a judge, you most likely are gonna get it right, and no one's gonna call you like no one's gonna say you're smoking dick for it. Uh,
Here's another thing too, and I've heard Schaub make this point, and I would like to maybe once, just once. Let's just fuck around. Doesn't have to be a UFC, Bellator, PFL, some high profile card. Let's
Uh-huh.
just fuck around once, and let's not have the judges in the fucking arena.
In it,
I don't like. I'm saying like have him on the vicinity,
like you want them in like a
but let's
skybox
not. But you know how they're like. Yeah, you know
there.
how they're like, basically adjacent to the commentators,
Yeah,
behind the crowd. Let's put them in like a box
like a skybox, like I just said,
or a
right?
or skybox or a cart. Have them watch the monitors,
That's what boxing does. Well, no,
and
no, no,
let's
no. That's a
see.
lie. That's a lie. Boxing, they have multiple angles. All the angles that we
Yeah,
get, they have every single camera angle. So they're watching it from several different things. And I do give the judges their credits because you only have 30 seconds to judge a round. But at the same time, I don't think UFC's judging has the accessibilities of what like boxing does because like literally they'll have like right there and there's like four monitors with all the cameras and they're watching it from all different camera angles like oh wait that body punch, oh I saw that from there, that's why I'm gonna give this dude a 10-9 or oh I'm not calling that are we gonna review that as a knockdown, like we need to review that, like they're starting to get a little bit more up there. I don't think UFC judging has the accessibilities to do that, but at the same time, I do agree with you. Let's just see what happens when they're not. What's the term?
influence.
Influenced by the crowd. Like, was that
Yeah, let's just
really
see
a
what
big?
happens.
Is that really a big hit, or did he just move out of the way and it looked like he got hit really bad? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are the different camera
Yeah,
angles we can take from that?
let's just see. But I think it's that. I think it's a mixture of just overall lack of knowledge of what the hell they're watching too. And I think
100%.
who knows? Who knows? We can sit here, we can spew off every single thing we think that should be done. It's probably never gonna be done.
Oh no, no.
Because at the end of the because yeah, at the end of the day, when it comes to both of our sports, mixed martial arts and boxing, at the end of the day, these refs are employees of these organizations. They're sanctioned bodies through the state, or they're sanctioned bodies through the athletic commission, who is then ran by the state. And
Mm-hmm.
every single state has different rules. I mean, you heard tonight on the broadcast.
Hold on. Keep
And any
talking.
other state,
See,
in any other state,
keep talking.
those knee strikes, me personally, legal. Just because Shevchenko's fingers were kind of glancing on the canvas, I don't think that's a grounded opponent. Now, if she had her hand full on planted, fist full on planted, yeah, bitch, you're planted. You're a grounded opponent. But again, something simple as that. Somewhere else, they may have said something different, but again, also that's something the refs do before the fight. They go over the rules, make sure everyone understands, and that's when you fucking nod, say, "Yeah, I get it." If I'm yawning a lot, it's because we're recording at 10:45. We don't normally record this late, but we just thought we had to get this out there, just to talk about this, and who knows what's going to happen. I would like to see some sort of resolution to this judging problem. I'm sure come Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna start hearing more about this. I'm sure there's gonna be some post-fight presser right now that I'll watch in the morning where, hopefully someone sheds some light and gives some issue. I know at the end of there, at the end of their freaking DC was going, "Oh, I don't want really want to go too hard on the guy." No, DC, go fucking hard on the guy. Go hard on Mike Bell. Fucking these guys need to fucking understand and just see just like what they're doing, what they're fucking judging leads to. You just fucked up a championship fight. Does that dude not get that? He just fucked a championship fight. Now where does that division go? Do we run an immediate rematch? Do we go for a trilogy? Do we go for a trilogy that really in a way might not have even been warranted after this fight? Say if he had just gotten the card right, we wouldn't even be talking trilogy. But now because there's this discrepancy and we now have a controversial scorecard, now we got to talk trilogy. Now Aaron Blanchfield, rightful contender, on the sideline. Forgive me, I cannot pronounce her name, but the French woman who just beat Rose Namajunas this past weekend, the number three ranked in that same division, sidelined. We're now seeing a domino effect of this guy's poor judging. And that's just we're gonna keep on rippling down it. You just set back this division. Now we need a trilogy that, in my opinion, would not have even been warranted if either woman would have realistically won. And you gotta feel bad for both of these women because they did their jobs tonight. There's nothing on either of them. Was there things that you would have wanted to see either of them do better tonight? 100%. But at the end of the day, both these women showed up and showed out. They fought their hearts out. They made it. They made it competitive. I'm not gonna lie. They made the judges' job hard tonight because of how good and how high level they were tonight. They made the judges' jobs hard. And I'm really starting. I'm trying my hardest to stalk. I see Eli in the back over there doing whatever it is he's doing, and I'm just trying not to get into a rambling point. Um, Overall, this card, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry if I'm yawning. We're recording way later than we normally do. Eli's gonna get back right now. I'm about to give him a recap on everything I just said.
Jesus fucking
You,
Christ.
you ready for my short gist of what I just said?
Yes.
Okay, short gist of what I just said right now. Basically, I was just saying, you know, again, reiterate, this is not either of these women's fault tonight. It's not Grasso, it's not Shevchenko's fault tonight. If anything, these women, they showed up, they showed out. They made this fight so competitive and so back and forth that, hey, at the end of the day, these women made the judges' jobs hard tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, but that because of the hands of someone's judging, someone's just incompetence and just not understanding what a real fucking 10-8 round is, you not only just rob these two women's like fucking performance, you almost because of this controversial card judging card, you're now taking the light away from this amazing fight and now putting all the focus on your retarded ass.
Mhm.
And now you have, in my mind, which is a fucking stupid thing to think of, you have me thinking, well, fuck, now we need a trilogy. When realistically, if this fight had gone to either woman, we wouldn't even be talking trilogy. We'd be
You
talking, fuck, now I can't wait to see Gosso Shevchenko against Aaron Blanchfield or that French woman who just beat Nama Yunus.
mhm.
That's what we would be talking about. But now we're talking about, well, fuck,
We got a trilogy.
this is kind of unresolved. Now we're talking about a fucking trilogy.
You would so
Realistically,
wait,
as
if you wouldn't have
much as
thought
I,
if you would okay, wait, my thing is this then. If Shevchenko did win, wouldn't you want the trilogy?
no,
Really?
nah.
I thought this fight was competitive enough to where if it went split decision her Shevchenko, I would wanna see a trilogy. I don't think I wanna see it immediately, but I wanna see that trilogy.
Well, that's what I mean. I think, yeah, eventually we would probably get a trilogy, but I wouldn't want it to be immediate because, you know, it goes back to that whole thing of like champs getting rematches. Shevchenko deserved this rematch. She was on
100%.
her seventh title defense, and she got caught. She got caught. You know,
She got caught
when it
slipping.
came down to, you gotta think, when she got caught slipping. When it came down to this one, it would have been a little more okay. That was fun, but what about Aaron Blanchfield? What about this French woman
She was at the
has
fight
been
too.
who has been undefeated since she's entered the UFC?
Uh-huh.
What about these two girls who 100% deserve a title shot?
100%.
So now at the hands of someone's fucked up judging, you've now put Shevchenko, Grasso, and again I cannot say this woman's name for the life of me, but this French
French
woman
woman.
and Blanchfield's fucking careers. You've now kind of backstepped them.
Now we gotta see if they're gonna probably if this is gonna be an immediate
Now, now
rematch,
we
which
know. Now we got to see. Does the UFC go immediate rematch? Does the
or
UFC just move on to the next contender?
no, I think they're gonna have to because it's unresolved to the fact that we're gonna get Blanchfield versus French woman number one contender.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like who knows, and it's like it's fucked up because it's like
This w-
it backsteps everyone.
think of
It
this.
just it
Think of how big
backsteps
this
it
domino
backsteps us
effect
all.
is. This is a domino effect that's really really bad. The dudes fucks up the scorecard. We make it an immediate rematch. Now we put Blanchfield French woman either they're going against each other or they're gonna stay in the back burners. No fights, no nothing because they obviously they're championship bound matches. If we do get French woman and Blanchfield, whoever loses that fight, I'm not gonna say is gonna lose relevancy, but they're gonna be put on that back burner for quite some time. Instead of them both
Yeah,
getting a
but
shot at the title, either her, and if she loses, let's just say it this way: Shevchenko loses to, let's say Shevchenko won. She fights Blanchfield. Blanchfield is the champion. Shevchenko doesn't deserve a rematch at that time. Frenchwoman, Blanchfield. I think that's a great matchup. But now we're looking at a possible next year Cinco de Mayo, maybe. Probably not because it's too far away.
yeah, that one's too far away. I would say you'd
February.
get them January. I think you'd get them like first quarter.
Yeah. So like that, then you really just mess up a trajectory on both women, on basically all four women. If Grosso would have won this fight, like I said, I leaning towards Shevchenko on this one. I do think Grosso has a case to make. Definitely not 10-8 round. Maybe I have to rewatch this fight. Maybe I am smoking dick because I did have her winning that fourth round very closely. But you if it's just too many there's too many factors into this that mess up because of one judge. Cuz now it's either one the story's not finished, two when is this story going to continue, and three how active are the other two possibly one number one contenders going to stay either off the mat or are they going to risk the number one contender to lose to somebody when they should already deserve that championship fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's really all I was just saying was just like who knows what we do? I'm sure there's probably some post-fight presser already going on right now that I'll watch in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, see how Shevchenko feels about it, how Grasso feels about it. Um, Honestly, I don't think Grasso should walk away from this thinking that she won.
Is it definitely a case where you definitely didn't win, but you didn't lose either?
It's weird, because she definitely lost. In my eyes, she won. It wasn't like a landslide loss. It's not like
It
she got
is very
fucking like.
close. If it was
But
called correctly, a split decision isn't that bad.
let's see, would it have been split? Pretty sure it would have been split.
Because if both would have got the cards,
Um,
if you're saying, because
yeah, it would have been split. It would have been split.
yeah, that's not a bad way to lose. Like you lost a very competitive fight. Do you deserve a rematch? No, because this is your first title defense. We'll put you on the back burner. You'll still be the number one contender, but let one of these two women get the shot at this title. You fight Blanchfield or French woman. See if you get a shot at the title again. This, like you said, Grasso shouldn't she shouldn't have her head held low. Like she put on a really competitive fight, but at the same time, I mean, I gotta rewatch it. I have it as I think Shevchenko barely won of a via split. That 10-8 smoking dick, bro. Like that is such a bad call.
Yeah, horrible call. And again, like I told you, dude, even if that 10-8 was a 10-9,
Still Shevchenko.
still Shevchenko.
I'm gonna go on the live Twitter reaction real quick, guys. Let's just I'm gonna see what like people's thoughts are right now on it.
I already scrolled the fucking comments at the fucking decision. It's all over the place. People going Shevchenko, people going Grasso, people saying robbery.
Someone saying I'm number one trending right now, rigged.
Yeah, you're always gonna have those rigged.
Okay, no, that has something to do completely different with.
Either that, you're gonna see those kind of comments, fucking rigged, Shevchenko, Grasso, fucking, and then again, that's exactly my point. Everyone's fucking arguing over who won. No one's arguing over or commenting over that fucking horrendous 10-8 scoring card, 10-8
Mm-hmm.
score. We're just talking about you guys are just arguing over like, oh no, Shevchenko won. Oh no, Grasso won. Fucking people. That's not the fucking point of what just happened.
You know what this reminds me of? Kind of just because I've been on this thing. Remember in Jersey Shore? It's a weird comparison. Remember in Jersey Shore, right? When they were in Miami. Remember the note?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, where it's like, why are you getting mad at Jenny and Snooki when Ron's the one that's cheating?
Yeah, it kind of is that.
That's
It kind
real.
of
That really am I wrong? Like, why are we not getting mad at? Why are we getting mad at these two women when the clear cut case of who should be getting all this heat is right there? Like, I don't understand. That's crazy.
that's that again, that's just my fucking point of view of it. We're arguing over you guys are arguing over who won the fight when you guys should be fucking banding together and go fucking wanting to know, Mike Bell, where the fuck did you see a 10-8 round? Where?
Exactly, bro. 10-8, bro. Like that is some of the dumbest. That's terrible refing. I mean, refing, judging.
Listen, Mike Bell, if I was still drinking, I might agree with you, but I'm fucking sober now, so I can watch these
I
fights a
could watch
little
this thing a
clearer,
little clearer now.
you know? I
um,
don't know. I don't know where we fucking go from here. I don't get it. I don't understand.
it's just a bad call, man. Yeah, I really don't want to talk about this card. I don't want to talk about fucking Rojas. Card was cool. Like I said, that was
Overall, it was a cool card.
a cool card,
Loved it.
man.
It was
Loved it.
great. I had fun.
Just
Even my
one
2
judge
white
ruined
friends who
it.
came over and watched it, they had fun.
Oh, Tristan came, right?
Tristan and Nick.
I don't think I haven't met Nick.
Yeah, we went airsofting with him.
White boy or brown boy Nick?
White boy.
I've only met him once. Shout out to you, white boy Nick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that was his baby. That was his baby that I was holding.
oh, I was like, throw it away, it's white.
She got them Gojo eyes, dude.
She really did. I like, oh,
Her eyes are blue as fuck,
blue
dude.
as fuck. Oh,
I was fucking terrified. I'm like, she gonna fucking domain expansion my ass.
okay. Without further ado, refing and judging, we got to come to a common ground, guys. This will probably be an immediate post, guys. And again, super sorry. that our episode got taken down. So this is the real episode 105. Yay! Um, there shouldn't be any sort. We shouldn't be getting packed for any of this shit. Say something racist, Alex. Really, please.
Oh man.
Nah.
You know, man, I just really hate.
Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, you can find this podcast under the sun anywhere possible. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure to download our episodes. It really helps us out. Um, YouTube. Got some stuff going on. We gotta wait for fucking Alex's fucking stomach to get back together so we can do some fucking cool shit, like some chicken nuggets and some spicy shit. So, yeah. Um, October's around the corner, guys. It's the best month. It's the best time of the year. It's spooky season. Stay hard, stay loyal. You can follow me at anywhere possibly under the sun. Vintage City Kings. I'm doing some stuff there. Alex, where can the fine people can expand their domains to you?
You guys can find me at the Last Medella Bender on Instagram and Twitter. I don't post very much there. I'm thinking about fucking being a little more active on TikTok. I don't know why. I'm thinking about it.
What were you trying to do though? Why don't you talk about UFC
I
there?
don't know. I might talk about UFC. That I might do like the fucking like take the pictures and talk about things like behind me. And
That's
I don't
cool.
fucking know.
By the way, guys, yo, speaking of TikTok, our TikTok, our channel where I do a bunch of stuff, reviews and all that stuff, gonna get 1,000 times better than it was before. I got my green screen to work again, so a lot better shit come through. Maybe I'll do a thing with Alex with the green screen. I don't know.
But also just gonna like record videos on myself, like little rants, and then just I don't know, send them to you if they're on the fucking podcast page.
Yeah, fucking do it, bro. Why don't you still post it? And I'll just post it on my end too. So either way, one of them might go viral.
Post it on fucking mine, post it on, and then you'll just repost it on there, or just
Yeah,
fucking save it and repost.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
Simple math.
Simple mathematics, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to follow us on everywhere. Last Modella Bender, WYO Productions. Like I said, guys, once Alex starts feeling a little bit better, I do have some things I kind of want us to do. 100 chicken nugget challenge is a for sure though. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Also to celebrate, we have reached over 100,000 plays altogether.
Oh shit.
So with that saying, guys, maybe sometime this week, next week, or the week prior, oh, my stomach's gonna hate me. I will be doing the one chip challenge.
Oh fuck.
Are we doing the one chip challenge? Alex will be there as my commentator.
I was gonna say I'm not doing it.
You're not
'cause
doing.
I can't. I'll
You
die.
cannot do it. You'll die. Yeah, I will be doing the one chip challenge. Maybe next couple of weeks. We'll figure something out when we have time, and Alex will be in full time commentator for that. Make a video for it and shit. We'll put some pretty good production into this. But we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, we're done now.